This one's from Mark DeBlasi, at Mark DeBlasi on Twitter. Mark wrote, I don't trim my winners to rebalance my portfolio. Why would I want to sell my top performers? Is this small f foolish or capital F foolish? Well, Mark, I hope you've been listening to the podcast over the last 4 to 6 months or so, or maybe you've been a Motley Fool member for longer than that. I think you're giving me a nice fat pitch here to swing at, because this is, in fact, one of my cardinal points. And that is that, in general, I don't look to sell my winners. In fact, most of my best investments and most of my net worth is tied up in companies that I allowed to keep winning over long periods of time for me as an investor. So the classic line, why are you watering the weeds and trimming your flowers, is a helpful metaphor for a lot of us. Often the tendency is, if you're thinking buy low, sell high, a lot of people just start selling anything that's doing well, and then sometimes redeploy that capital back in things that aren't doing so well. That's a really bad mistake to recurringly make over long periods of time. So always have that flowers and weeds metaphor in your mind. But I do want to close that by saying that there can certainly be a reason sometimes to sell some winners. I don't trim by habit, but we've talked about this in the past. If a single position or a number of positions become greatly overweighted in your portfolio overall, or any single stock holding for you represents more money than you feel comfortable sitting in that stock from one day to the next, if you're losing any sleep over your portfolio, then that might be a reason to sell some winners. But for the most part, in my experience, too many people are, in fact, sadly, watering their weeds and trimming their flowers. Thanks for the question.
As always, people on this program may have interest in the stocks they talk about, and the Motley Fool may have formal recommendations for or against, so don't buy or sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Learn more about rule breaker investing at rbi.fool.com.